Welcome. Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tajen, also known as Empress 1111. The title is The Twin Flame Journey, Blessing or Malediction. I would like to clear some misconceptions up for you, if I may. First, I would like to tell you that this is the most amazing journey to be had. For those of you that are on the twin flame journey, there is only a select few that have the beautiful, exceptional opportunity to walk this path. This path definitely is not for a spiritual weakling. This path is for those that are spiritually strong and that are tapped in, and turned on, and connected with divine source. If you're one that tends to live on the 3D density of living, or the third dimension for some of you who do not know it in that term, this definitely is not a path for you. But for those of us who have mastered many lifetimes and have lived many lives, we are now awakening to the understanding, and overstanding why we have been called. Many have been called, but only a few have been chosen. And so, with that being said, I just want to say I am grateful and thankful for Source Energy and my twin flame for signing this contract for the evolution of my soul and the full attainment of the most beautiful, unconditional love that there is to be had. True agape love, which only comes from above. We are the 144,000. Now, with this assignment comes a weighty responsibility. Take it upon yourself to deem it as such an honor that it is. It is not to be cast aside or pushed aside like any ordinary relationship. For some of you already may know that this most certainly is not an ordinary love, but it is extraordinary. There is so much love that is between us and our divine counterpart that there's not even enough space in our heart chakra and center to contain it all. You see, some of us get overwhelmed and we do this runner chaser thing that most people have labeled, that I really don't believe there's a such thing as a runner chaser. I believe that we are on the same frequency, both the runner and the chaser, because we're hiding the fact that we don't want to be rejected or hurt. And we are on the same frequency. We're just out of vibrational alignment. Now, I've been on my journey with my twin now. I'm going to say for a total of 8 years, because I knew him 2 years prior to my marriage. And next month, we'll be going on our 6th year of marriage, although we are right now not living together. I used to say that we were in separation until I have gotten a divine readjustment that these labels and these terms that we are using are 3D terms and 3D labels, but they do not exist in the fifth dimension and above, which is where I work out of. You see, when you get into the fifth dimension, there's nothing but wholeness and oneness and unconditional love. There is no separation. That is an illusion. There is no runner. There is no chaser. We're just only perfectly reflecting back to one another like perfect mirrors. You see, so many times I wanted to quit on this journey and this path and this self discovery and to this unconditional love. I've thought of so many excuses why I should throw in the towel, even wanting to abandon the journey for a higher level soulmate. And I knew that I would not be totally and completely happy with this other person, but I did anyway because I was moving on and I was showing my twin I could move on without him. But you see, for multidimensional beings like myself, we don't have anything to prove to anyone, not even our twin. This is a divine contract. So there's another third party involved. And I'm not talking about karmic relationships. I'm talking about a cosmic partner. I'm talking about someone and a being that is higher than yourself and your twin as far as magnetism and energy is concerned, and that's source energy. You see, the contract is not just with your twin, it's with source. So therefore, I'm asking you as intuitives to enhance your intuitiveness skills. Meditate, pray, do your mantras, raise your vibration, because all of these things are of the essence and are very quintessential to your ascension process. You can abandon this journey if you would like to. You have free will, or free choice, rather. I mean, really, there's no such thing as free will because you're not free from the consequences. You just have a free choice. And if you make that decision, it's totally up to you. But remember, what goes around comes around. The universe has a way of bringing things back to you full circle when you have not faced things head on. And so I was inspired through meditation to do this video, this audio video, so you can hear my voice, so you can get the transmission that was at the very beginning, which is 639 megahertz, and really marinate. I want you to mull and chew on this. I want you to ponder these things that I'm saying to you, because we have reached some critical times on this journey that have been very hard to deal with, very difficult times. The divine masculine and the divine feminine, both collectively, are in pain and suffering and night terrors and crying over one another when all they have to do is just let go of their ego. Your ego is not your amigo, you see. Your ego is what has kept you from union in the first place. The divine masculine not wanting to face the fact that he's vulnerable and he has true love and he's been chasing all these other women looking for the divine feminine and all these women and have not found her. And these divine feminines have been closing themselves and shutting themselves down from love because of what the divine masculine has done, because they don't want to be with anyone else but the divine masculine, and they have cheated themselves out of this whole journey. Let me explain to you what this journey is from what it is not. This journey is a journey back to you, back to home where you belong. You see, your other twin is journeying on his or her way back to find themselves, which is their home. So within themselves, they can balance the masculine and the feminine energies, and they can have union, being their whole and complete selves. And then from there, you collectively, divine feminines, divine masculines, are working on yourselves. So you too can have that sacred union within yourselves with the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, completely balanced, the yin and the yang, the solar and the lunar. The men harvesting the energy from the sun, the women harvesting the energy from the moon. And then once that's balanced, you take turns to balance the other half of you. For the feminines, it would be the masculine. Now you would harvest the energy from the moon so you can balance your masculine energy. And then for the divine masculines, likewise, you would harvest the energy for the moon to balance your feminine energies. And then when you become your whole and complete selves, then you can come into union physically with one another. This journey is not a journey to punish us or to make us feel less than and to paint this picture that's out there now about the twin flames. People don't even believe that we can come into union. People believe that this is the most horrific thing that the cosmos can ever come up with, because a lot of us are choosing not to do the work. A lot of us are choosing to run away, and a lot of us are choosing to throw in the towel. I'm going to tell you one thing. I am not forced in a situation, nor am I running from a situation. Whatever God's will is, let thy will be done. I surrender it all to the divine, because let me tell you something. I wasn't playing no damn head games and psychological games at the beginning of my relationship to get my relationship, and I damn sure I'm not going to play psychological games and manipulation to keep it. This is beautiful. We should be in the flow. Okay, in the natural order of things. That's how the relationship took place in the first place. Do you remember when you were dating your love? You were your complete and whole self. You were happy, you were sexy, you were qualified, you were ambitious, you had goals, you had dreams, and you executed on them. And that is what drew that person to you. Don't you think that you got to do the same thing in order to draw that person back? Besides, don't do it with the intention of drawing the person back, but do it with the intention of drawing yourself back. Union is not with the other person. Union is with yourself. You didn't lose the other person. You lost yourself in this process. You have been doing things that you dare not have dreamed of doing, all in the sake of this twin flame journey. You see. I know so many twins that have come back together in union this year in January. They're back together. Have they done their work? Some have, some haven't. Some are still going through the same traumas and different things that they were trying to heal from the timelines that existed before the separation. I'm here to tell you, do your work. If you do the work, it would bring and it would breed such a beautiful quality in your union that when you finally get back together in this reunion, it will be the most beautiful experience and relationship and love affair that has ever walked the face of this earth. And there will be so many people that will be stand-byers, and they will witness your love unfold. So, is this a blessing or a malediction? The answer is it's all what you put in your mind. What you think about, you bring about. If you think that this is the most challenging relationship you ever had, then so be it. The universe will order and deliver that right to you like in the next 5 minutes. Okay? Stop talking about your partners and putting them down and saying that, oh, he's manipulative, he's sneaky, he's a liar, he's a pathological liar, he's this and he's that. I am speaking from my own experience. I have done this, and guess what the universe delivered me? Order right up, 5.2 seconds. Sneakiness, manipulation, deception, gaslighting, ghosting, cheating, all on deck. I even got more than what I asked for. Start seeing this person the way the source energy sees this person. Namaste means I honor the God in you. I see the God in you. The God in you is also the God in me. You're not separate. You are one. And so many of our twin flame counterparts have been looking for love in all the wrong places, and they found more than what they bargained for because they ran away from this connection. It takes two to tangle. A person can only do what you allow them to do. If you've allowed them to come back and just, come and step in temporarily whenever they wanted to, then they'll continue to do that until you slam the door shut and say, no, you can't get back in. You are empowered to take your life back. Whether you feel inclined to run, do the opposite. Do the so-called chase. Whether you feel inclined to chase, do the opposite. Do the so-called run. Do the opposite of what your heart tells you, your mind tells you, because I'm telling you, your heart is thinking something totally different. I can tell you in this experience, when I wanted to run, I cried. When I wanted to chase, I cried and I hurt until finally one day Source said, are you going to even learn the lessons that this beautiful journey has presented you? And I said, all I've learned was pain. That's exactly why it's here, Tajen. Because you are healing timelines. It was meant for your twin flame to bring that drama up in you because that is what needs to be healed. Thank him for it. Don't be upset at him because he's reflecting perfectly back in you what needs to be healed. I have come to this place in my union that I never thought I would ever be. I love my husband enough that if he's happy with someone else and he'd rather be with someone else other than me, I'm content with that. Because let me tell you something, what's for you is for you, and nothing real can be threatened. Okay? I know the love that we make. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I'm not trying to be facetious. He will never find that anywhere because it doesn't exist anywhere. It's not even something that I even have to bring into comparison. I'm not comparing myself to anyone in all of this because I am his other half. He can't find himself in no one else because I am him and he is me. We are one. And that's how I know. As far as the love that I have, I'm home. Just like a little lost puppy dog. They always find their way back home. I don't have to push. I don't have to pull. I don't have to use coercion. I don't have to coerce him back to me. God and divine order allowed him to stray away, to go away on his journey, to do whatever he needed to do for his soul development and his awakening. God would do the same thing to bring him back when it's time. And I am not in a hurry because there's so much that I've allowed myself to heal from right now that I love it. I love me. I love the peace of mind. I love not having any drama in my life. I love the love that I give myself on a daily basis. I love how I provide for myself, take care of myself, take myself out on dates, buy myself clothing, get my hair done, get my nails done, buy myself flowers. I do everything that my husband used to do for me. And now that I do it for myself, it makes me appreciate myself even that much more. What will love do? This is a question I want you to fathom. I want you to go into deep contemplation. of what will love really do. Love will allow, love will not control. When I stopped controlling the outcome and what I wanted from this relationship, I got rewarded with the most beautiful clarity that I've ever had since I've been in union with my twin. Have a deeper knowledge of self, have a deeper love even for my twin, because the more that I love myself, the more that I grow to love him, because I feel him ever so present, ever so near, as if when I fall asleep at night, I feel him next to me, even though he's not physically present. I love him. I will never stop loving him. I love him even more now than the day that I first said I loved him, because I did not come to know him fully, but coming to know myself helped me to come to know him. We're not so different after all. But knowing that, I've also set my own boundaries. I'm not a doormat, and neither are you. I know my worth. And even if he never sees it, the fact that I know, that's half the damn battle. Because I've came from a place where I was insecure. I came from a place where I was very stuck. I didn't know which way to go. I didn't know whether to go left or to go right. But you know what? I'm in the flow. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, and I love it. That's the beauty of it. Because I know that along the way, Source has been very good to me. Source has provided for me. Source has showed up in ways that not even my twin himself can do what Source has done for me. And it's okay to be in that place where you don't have to know what tomorrow will bring, but you know that it's going to still have the morning, and it's still going to have the night, and you're still going to have your afternoon. And through the phases of the day, you're going to be okay. When you finally get to that place, you'll see how things unfold for you so beautifully. And not being attached to the outcome, because I'm not attached to the outcome or whether I'm back with him or not. I know what Source told me. God is not a man that he should tell lies. And even still, knowing what I know, still not chasing. I believe in divine order. There's still some things that my twin needs to heal from. There's a lot of things in him that God is still working on. Beauty takes time. Just like a pearl. Pearl is not a pearl until it has pressure and irritation put on it in its shell. And after a period of time, after that pressure and that irritation mode is already taken its course, then you have the beauty and the perfection of a pearl. That's what my baby is. My baby is a beautiful pearl, and he is being edified, he is being readjusted, and he is being spiritually awakened into his higher self, and he is finding out through Source who he is without me being in the shadows, blinding him from this beautiful metamorphosis. That's love. I know. I feel him next to me in spirit. I feel him emotionally. I know he loves me. He loves me more than he's ever loved anyone. I know that. And I'm content with the knowingness more so than I am off of the immediate gratification of having union. I know what's coming to me. I know like the back of my hand. And I'm going to wait because I know that there's also a work that's being done in me too. All right. Hope that I can help some of you guys to know that this journey is a blessing. It's not a malediction. I've heard so many people say, well, twin flame relationships, they're the worst relationships ever. They're so tumultuous, they're so traumatic, and the drama is just too much. Well, that's because you're looking at it from a 3D perspective. But when you speak to a multidimensional being like myself, I know when I was in union, the beautiful moments that we shared. And I know that out of union, the beautiful moments that we still share energetically. And I wouldn't trade that in for anything in the world. I hope that I could help someone today. I hope I can help someone that felt like giving up and throwing in the towel to know that every step of the way, Source Energy is going to give you all the tools that you need in order for you to heal. Because a twin flame union is not always, we always like to romanticize things, don't we? As humans, everything is not a fairy tale romance. It could be. But in this time and direction and all space, in this now moment that we're in, for a lot of you, you have had a lot of pain with your union with your twin flame. It doesn't make that person a bad person, it just means they need to heal. And by you healing you, they heal. And we're not doing anything to get results from the other end. Everything that we're doing for ourselves. But we know as a byproduct, what we do for ourselves, we also do it for them, because that is unconditional love. When you love someone without an agenda, that is unconditional love. I'm telling you, true love asks for nothing in return. That is true unconditional love. And if you are looking for a union because you did all this hard work, then that is going to keep your union further away from you. But if you look at this and you say, I don't care if we get union or not that you're playing mind games, but because that's truly where you are in the core of your being and in your heart center, you really don't care. That's where I am. I don't care. Because I know that what God has for me, the next man that sleeps in this bed, I'm going to blow his mind. You hear me? It's in my mind is going to be mind blown too, because I know that God would never hold back his highest good for me. Just look, he brought me my twin, and that was already out of sight. That was a love that I have never experienced and I never will experience again. But let me tell you something with God. God upgrades. He doesn't downgrade. It just gets better and better and better. So if that was good with my twin, I know that if God brings another man in my life, it's going to be even better. And some people will be like, well, how could you say that? Because we all know that the twin flame union is the most rewarding and the best union ever. It is when you have a willing participant. If you have a twin that's not stuck on the 3D side and ready to do the spiritual work just like you, how many tower moments do your twins have to keep going through? How many shakeups, divine shakeups, do the universe has to bring to your twin in order for them to realize that they got a good thing? You don't have to sit on the sidelines and be their cheerleader and wait. I got off of that roller coaster ride 2 weeks ago. I'm not waiting. I'm living. I'm happy in every moment. I'm not waiting on nobody. I'm waiting on myself. I'm so busy. It's crazy. It's like when I do try to talk to different men, by the time I get finished working, it's late. And by the time I get to them, they're going to bed so they can get up for work the next day. So it's like, damn, am I going to ever have time so I can date? You know? But I tell you what, I know in perfect timing, all will be well. I'm not forcing anything, but I'm allowing everything to happen in divine order. This is a sacred union. I used to think, oh my God, I can't date. I'm married. That's adultery. That's this, that's no, it's not. It's not when the person clearly says they don't want to be with you. You got to respect and honor that. I don't want to go too much in detail of my personal life. I want to keep some for myself, but I'm open. I'm open. But just because I'm open, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't necessarily mean that if someone approaches me, that I'm going to say no. Right now, I'm more focused on my journey and my purpose, more so than I am focused on being in a relationship with anyone. And this twin flame union has really opened up my eyes to show me what true love is. True love is not setting conditions and demands on the person you love and putting them into a box. True love is about being free and letting someone fly free and letting them be who they are. And not judging them because they don't look or they don't fit the criteria of what you believe is an ideal mate. And I've seen so many people critique their twin, and they've said some things that I kind of wondered, no wonder your union didn't work out. And I said the same thing about my own union. I look at the things that my husband has said about me, the things I've said about my husband, and I'm like, wow, no wonder we are where we are. But you live and you learn. Sometimes what you learn, you internalize it so you don't have to repeat it again. And that's the best thing to come to realization on. And once you realize that, life begins to be much sweeter. All right. So I now come to the conclusion of this audio. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Now, it is a good karma to like, share, comment, or subscribe. And if you feel inclined to please leave a love donation, that would greatly be appreciated. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. So it is. Namaste, everyone.